Welcome back, everybody, to the Intel Arena, where everything has been popping off. It's been a fabulous day of CS so far, and there is still 3 more maps to come.
There is still 3 more maps to go. We're only halfway through the day, Jack.
We're not halfway through. Are we?
We are.
We've done 3 already.
We've done 3, so now we're halfway through, obviously.
Good point.
That's what we live for, playing, or casting these long days of brilliant Counter-Strike.
It's true. Well, the games always deliver. And so did it go, because Astralis definitely didn't.
Hey. Well, they delivered defeat, and obviously now they've lost their 15-0 win streak.
It's gone out the window.
But can they try and start a new one?
Maybe. I mean, this would be the first map in a new 1-0 defeated win streak.
A whole new... who knows?
A whole new magical point of view.
Exactly.
No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming.
I know.
Could be great. But let's see if they can start a whole new win streak when we do get into the action. The second map is Train. Who's going to be walking away with a first-class ticket, and who's going to be told to kick off because they haven't got a rail card, Snods, and they've been found on the train.
I did get a rail card.
Have you got a rail card now?
Yeah, no one's asked me for my rail card, though. I've just been buying cheaper tickets, and no one's asked for it yet. So I should have done this a long time ago.
Some kind of scam. He's a thief.
Not really, because I had the rail card just in case.
Well, that's true. At least it's like a trap card you can pull out.
Exactly.
You've got your rail card. So, Exodia.
You still need 4 other pieces, don't you?
Well, you've got a big wallet. I'm sure you could fit all the cards in. But let's jump into the action. Train is going to be the map. Astralis are your CTs. A Go will be your T side. What are they going to get up to? What's going to be going down, Snods, as we jump into the first round?
It is going to be a pistol here. Zipnik's towards B upper. Spots 3. Hasn't seen the bomb just yet, so obviously Astralis are going to be rather paranoid about a Go going back down Pop Dog towards the A side. You can see as well Dupree coming back in towards A. 3. His device, so what's that? Behind Grey Train, also playing towards the Spindle as well, towards Heaven. So they have 3 players situated here towards the B side. They are expecting the re-hit towards B from a Go. And Astralis, well, they wouldn't be wrong. Smoke's coming in towards the back portion of the site. A Go are going to try to push forward and back towards the back lines. And let's see if the Device can stop that.
Oh, Device. He's a sneaky boy as he finds the first frag, taking down Snatchy. Grubby will punish him, though. Comes back through with the Glock. But all of a sudden, Snods, it's all to play for. You might have site control, but the bomb's not down. The CTs are quick on their feet. Glaive as well, quick with the flicks as he finds that headshot back on PHR. Bomb's gone down. Tao and Furlan now to attempt to clutch it out. How's this one go? Glaive, stealthy stuff as he does his best Agent 47 impression there. The Silent Assassin comes through. They're all going to aggress now on Furlan. Not too much he can do. They all play a game of peekaboo, and that's the defuse. Astralis get the first round here on Train.
They do indeed. Obviously, finally, Astralis picking up a pistol in this best of 2. Overpass, a Go winning both of them. They were reset instantly afterwards, though. So Astralis are going to try their best to avoid that one. A Go, obviously. Ooh. Most likely, I imagine this is going to be a bit of a tech pause. PHR's dead. I think you pressed M. I think you changed team.
Oh. That's always... See, the thing is, that always causes some upsets. You try and throw a jump, throw smoke. You accidentally hit M. Next thing you know, you're dead.
Yep.
All of a sudden, everyone's laughing at you. They're all going, what's that Snods kid done? Why has he killed himself in practice?
That did happen a few times. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, not the ideal. But it seems like there is going to be a PC restart going on.
Lovely.
Tao. He's going to be restarting his PC.
Tao.
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 It's a good name.
It's something you could chant.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Obviously, if they
it also sounds like, you ever seen Stargate? Stargate.
Yeah, yeah.
It was one with the Stargates.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a character in that called Tao, maybe. Or at least something similar to Tao.
Or just a towel.
You can find those in most bathrooms. Other fabric drying
utensils are available, of course.
Back in the action though, Snods. He's restarted his PC. He must have an SSD. That was pretty quick.
That was fast, wasn't it? He's
sponsored
quick.
by Intel there. That's why he was so fast.
What can you say? Obviously, 1-0 here, and obviously 5 versus 4 already. Bomb plant in the last round towards the B site. So obviously 3 times in one sentence.
Obviously.
I mean, obviously I have. 5 versus 4. SMG's finding frags. But bomb plant in the last round. A Go can save this one and buy the AKs into round number 3. We should be seeing a 2-0 advantage now for Astralis into their CT side here. But you never know. Especially when Furlan lands those.
It's true. He'd lost a couple of toes. You know, his feet had been shot at a few times, but he still gets the headshot. Fortunately for Grubby, didn't expect the push from Glaive, who's now got full reign over the bomb. So this is still a very good round for Astralis, even if Furlan wants to try to shake it up a bit. As Magis gets that kill. Looked like he lagged out a bit, though. That was a bit weird. Astralis still going to get the round, though, Snons. It goes 2-0 now.
Round number 3. Now the AKs are going to be invested into buy a go. How much utility are they going to have as well to back it up? It's going to be, what? 3... Oh, they have invested into a Molotov, so they have a molly strike coming out here, Jack. They might be using the Molotov for electric if they go for a fast execution towards A. They could be using the Molotov for Pop Dog as well if they go for the double molly take towards Pop Dog.
Wouldn't that be called a hot dog?
Hey, it would be. It would be. The double Molotov take should be called the hot dog take.
Hit him with a hot dog?
Hit him with a hot dog. Just force them back, boys. What are you doing?
Oh, that's a hot ramp.
It's spicy, isn't it?
That's a 10. Magisk, elevated angle. Let's see if he can try and slay him down. Ooh, loses his face. He's been obliterated as his lips get pulled back there by Furlan. Bomb going to go down. Oh, Tao as well with the peak. Swift reset and Swift back to fragging.
I know, a 3 versus 4 now. They'll go having the advantage of the first buy run as they rush down the A ramp. Or the A ramp? The B ramp. At that. Glaive and Device have no idea that Grubby is here in the back lines, and you might have to pull the trigger here soon as it is the 2 versus 1 now. Or 2 versus 2. As the Arbo flow, the bomb not going to be planted though as Furlan is bugged. So it says he's alive, and that confused me. But actually Furlan is dead, I think.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, he's alive now.
He's alive now, but nothing changed.
Who knows? I mean, that's a retake, apparently. That was interesting.
It was. The players that didn't have the bomb planted for them didn't peek.
Mm-hmm.
And the players who had the bomb planted for them did peek. So it left the only player that couldn't actually shoot the player defusing from default alive. Well, we are still going into this one, and it seems. Molotov at the start of the round towards Ivy, trying to delay potentially a split through alley and, of course, teammate. Well, going to be leaving Device alone to work his magic with the op towards Green Train. Obviously scoping towards that Ivy position. Jump comes across, Device lands the flick, and they're 5 versus 4 already.
Oh, there we go. Now it's updated as well, so we can actually see Furlan has a CZ, smoke and a flashbang. Also invested fully into the armor there, as he's got Kevlar and a nice little hat to wear as well. Device going to be waiting for the push to come round on Ivy. So it looks like they might try and go for the run boost face. Oh, it's a bit awkward. He actually tags Grubby. Not even the man that peaked.
Wow. Grubby onto low HP. 5 versus 4. And is the Quasi-Buy obviously coming out now from a go. They are into the $2,900 round loss bonus. The losers one as well, Jack, is going to be what? 3.4k. So they can go for a good buy into the next one. Could even see 2 ops come out from the T side if they wanted to go for that. 4 versus 4. Oh, that was so well played, but Dupree's there to back up Magix.
That was very nice. Oh, Device as well with the USP kill. Lays the smackdown onto PHR, but Grubby and Snatchy be able to achieve a kill apiece. Now then, it's all up to Snatchy. Needs to be a 4K if he wants to clutch out this round in terms of frags, but instead it's a 4th round for Astralis, as it does get secured by them. And a quick little CZ save as well from Zipnix towards the end.
Yeah, it's true. Obviously, every little helps. Other, you know,
Other
supermarket slogans are available, of course. But, I'll go. Can they live better for less? As they do with the round loss bonus at maximum? Or Astralis going to pay the price, essentially. Round number 5, 4-0 here. Already to pre-fund in the first frag. Obviously getting aggressive there towards the red train. Spots out Grubby. And now we see the advantage once again. Also, splash damage down to Tau, to Snatchy. The grenades have really dented these health bars so heavily.
Yeah. There we go. Playing fairly thin and far between. Not really grouped up going for any aggressive bursts. More of slow default. But they've already lost the first man in Grubby. Contact there as well as Glaive spots out Tau, so he has no real reason to reface this. Just going to smoke it and hold instead. Wait for the push to come towards him. Close by Pop Dog, you still have this combo Magisk and Dupree. It's been working well for him, but now we'll go 4 back. You've still got 4 smokes. There's a minute left on the clock as well. So in reality, if they want to, they could set up, go for an A-site smoke take, which could potentially be on the cards, but let's see, Snons, they grab the bomb.
Yeah, there are a man down. Smoke coming out towards Ali. Most likely the Molotov if he has it as well. There you go, towards the green train side of Ali. Device, though, pushes the smoke. If Taul goes back, oh, the flashbang actually should be perfect here. Device dodges it, goes for the repick with a crouch face. And there you have it, 3 versus 5 now. 2-man advantage off the back of the AWP here for Device. Oh, Dupree, actually, apologies.
They're just going out dry as well, though, pushing in. Device is down, Glaive. Position, tries to get the shots off as he plays around Bomb Train, gets the headshot there. Glaive, more to be done as well as he does the damage. Leaves them all on the ground as they all hit the deck. Dupree will finally finish off Snatchy, and that is a 5-round win streak now picked up for Astralis. Back to back on this CT side.
5-0. No bomb plan as well for a go. So with the quality buy, they haven't got the additional $800 across the board for themselves. They can't force a 5 AK buy. Instead, it is going to be the 5 smokes and CZs. They know that the AWP prowess from Device has been annihilating them so far, but actually they're not going to go for the smokes towards outside. Instead, rushing down the B ramp, hoping they can get in. But instead, Device, dynamic across the map, finds one, goes for the reface though, but little audacious there, so gives away an AWP away for free for Furlan, and now they can work the picks off of the AWP from Furlan.
Yeah. Seeing if they can bring the ruckus towards B. But Dupree, going in with a backstab, could actually hit him with a flying guillotine plate. As he wants to peek out. Oh, nice as he rips the head clean off a Snatchy. Furlan on the trade back with the CZ ferocity, but he's still into an awkward position. 2v3, it's going to be a hard-fought fight now for a go if they actually want to make this round work as Grubby peeks out. Looking for a kill with the AWP, but doesn't really want to overextend, and Furlan is going to be his brother in arms that is the only one left alive. Oh, the peek from Magisk as well. Confidence there as he smacks him down.
5-0 now for Astralis, and looking likely to pencil in a 6 as well. Furlan last alive, 1 versus 3. Has the M4. Has Kevlar as well, lacking head armor, so one shot from, well, I guess the AK as well would take him down. And Magic's boy, angry that they lost their hot streak of 15 map victories in a row, 2 ago, are bringing it back in full force now. Round number 7, it's going to be the single AWP setup so far. Taul could go for a glass cannon AWP as well, but, wouldn't really be advising that one. One AWP's enough, especially in T-side train. Snatchy with his. Where is he going to be opting to go for the face? As he's peeking in towards T main so far, going for the face towards Connector, but no one's peeked him yet.
There we go. T-side. Early aggression coming through as they have actually been able to leak out on the A-bomb site. Taul as well finds the headshot on Glaive. PHR takes a ton of damage though. That'll actually tag him up quite effectively. Dupree left on only 13 HP. Magisk up top in the elevated angle, but can he drag his opponents down as he needs to peek out, start shaking his moneymaker. Finds the first frag from the AK, eliminates PHR. So much more was left up to him, but he couldn't quite muster it up. Falls short to Grubby, which means this is a 4v3. Zipnik's on the peak. An awkward spray, eventually composes himself, tries to get 2 frag, but goes down just at the end there. Device doesn't fully clear the angle, and that will be his downfall. Grubby, a lovely 2K towards the end of the round there, and saves the AWP. That is the first round going the way of a go.
Great round there from a go, obviously taking the outside site. Into the 2 versus 2. We know how notorious that A-side retake really is, especially with the AWP trying to clear out all the angles between the trains, all the little cubby holes and positions where the T-side can just hide and peek at a perfect time. Into this one here. 6-1, round number 8. There's going to be the 5-round deficit, though, nevertheless, for a go. And obviously 2 players surviving, so the reset is really here for a go. If they lose this round, they're going to be forced back onto pistols, potentially, 1 AK here and there. We could easily be seeing a momentous half here. Maybe 9-1, 8-1 in favor of Astralis on their CT side of train. Device changing things up here, no longer playing towards green train or towards the B side. Pushed up aggressive here towards Sandwich. Usually we're seeing AWPers like Fallen play this position, because we know how aggressive they love to play. Device, more of a calculator sort of player. Takes his first shot, falls back to a better position as he does it just here. Finds the first frag, finds the second, lines up the third as well. Goes for the fourth, but eventually Snatch is going to trade it out.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a monstrous play. Deadly as ever from Device there. 1 by 1, systematically rips him to bits, and Snatchy Now's his time to shine as the same is done. Another hat trick comes through. Back-to-back 3Ks with the AWPs on either side. Grubby as well. Wants to try and hit dupreeh with a backbreaker if he does push out. But this could be vintage dupreeh now on the cards. The flashbang comes round, finds the first frag with the M4. Needs to continue on his monstrous rampage, but actually, this is incredible for him. He has the bomb. There's a smoke down. Snatchy's isolated, sure, into 2 1v1s, but recovering the bomb is going to be such a monumental task. And dupreeh gets the read through the smoke. That's just brutal, Snod. 7-1 is the scoreline. Device going crazy with the AWP, and then Snatchy going wild with the AWP, and then dupreeh just coming in to finish it off.
Yeah, not quite as disgusting, though, as the reset now for a go. As I said, they're going to be forced back onto a force by upgraded pistols across the board. I was expecting maybe 1 AK, but actually no. Tau, Furlan, PHR, they are all going to go for the force buy, apart from Grubby, just going to buy down to $1,600. So this is going to get real worse for Wes here. Astralis going to be poised to take the force buy here versus a go. They are into pistols, so they can go potentially towards Pop Dog. You can see Magic's boy playing up close. Question is, though, does anyone for a go drop into the crosshair from Magic? So they flash the angle. They have utility there for Furlan and Snatchy, so they could potentially try counter this.
Device goes for the face round. Tau is in position. Support of dupreeh there. Zipnix with the auto shotty. Not really the best range on the weapon, but let's see if he can actually find success. This push comes down. I mean, Glaive is slaying him with the M4, though. Some commotion has been caused. Zipnix wants to try and hit him with his shotgun sniper in close range, but Device able to come through with the first frag. There's the damage from Zipnix as well. Zipnix somehow gets the second kill on Grubby.
And obviously Device finds the last one to Snatchy, so 8-1. Bomb was planted, so Go can now save the next round. They can, you know, buy Deagles if they wanted to here. Maybe try and have some crazy magical round off the back of the Deags, but should go 9-1 here for Astralis. Now 8-1. Ika coming out for a go. So yeah, I mean, Astralis now 8 rounds, already winning the half. We said this though on Overpass when they were, you know, 8-4 up basically versus a go on their T side of Overpass. But a revitalized, a reignited Astralis as they're hungry to finish as a bare minimum of that 1-1.
Yeah, and they've relit their fire. Their only desire. Let's see where it goes from here, though, Snods, now. Into round number 10. As a go. Will they find any more success? Obviously, just rocking the pistols as they try and go for a bit of a power play. Heavy damage already done coming out early from the utility usage. Tower warning on 12 HP as well. Not ideal. Device plucks Snatchy down out of the air with his CZ as he lands a filthy little shot off with it. Oh, Grubby as well. Tagged down to 33 HP. Things are not going well for a go into this round.
Yeah, it's true. But it is obviously the cause you buy. You see 3,000 there across the board for the players from a go. So they are going to go for the 4 buy into the next one, but another round for... I say another round. Actually, Astralis' money isn't really as strong as we were expecting. I mean, $2,000 ish across the board, so this is the round where they really need to have 4 or 5 players staying alive, farm up as much cash as economically possible as they do group through Pop Dog.
Bursting their way out. Furlan and PHR both tagged down incredibly low. Oh, dupreeh as well with the M4. A monstrous spray. Lovely stuff as he takes them both down. Finds the third as well there on PHR, and that is going to be a 9-1 scoreline now. But here comes the rebuy, the reinvestment for a go. They don their AKs. Would they be able to start a new day here, turn a new leaf in terms of the way these rounds have been going? As it will actually be a pause for a go as well. Smart stuff. Slow it down a little bit. It's a 9-1 scoreline.
Yeah, the problem is though, is this pause, you know, too far gone?
That is true. You know, sometimes you do leave it a little bit too late, and a 9-1 scoreline isn't the best to recover from, really.
Certainly not. 8-round deficit here for a go. What do you alter if you do go for the pause? You know that Pop Dog control has been heavily favored in terms of Astralis. You could try and force Astralis back onto the sides potentially. Take alley control of the grenades. Take B upper control. You know that Magic's boy or Zipnix play rather passive towards their site. You know, they're not getting too aggressive. They are sometimes warping it, but you can Molotov, Heaven, flash lower, and take it as a 2-man pair. If Zipnix does play aggressive, you can try to trade that frag. The Molotovs towards Pop Dog could be pivotal, but obviously some teams just smoke it, or they smoke under the ladder, so once the other Molotov does fade, you just wide peek, and there's no way a go are going to walk down a ladder into a smoke. That's suicide. So there are counters. But Zipnix does play aggressive. The flash actually going to force him back on towards the B side. And no pop dog control actually coming out from Astralis, so they're expecting that as well. But as I say that, dupreeh up close, going to be clearing the left cubby. As the Molotovs do fade. But a go haven't really taken advantage of it just yet. dupreeh going to get pushed in.
They jump over. So Furlan, as he went for the jump face around, does get detected and actually tagged up a little bit. Takes a chunk of health away as dupreeh lands those pot shots. dupreeh could actually go for a force play here as well, in towards T-Con like this as they flash through. They've smoked off the angle. PHR's there, sure, but he can't really actually fight this. He has to just wait for the smoke to dissipate, then try and play around it in the late round. If dupreeh holds a close angle, could be a bit awkward.
Yeah, also in terms of information as well, you can see having the push in towards T-Main. They are going to be rotating the extra player, Magic's boy here, in towards the B side. Device up close towards Sandwich, aiding dupreeh. Astralis are very vulnerable right now to a pop dog split. Ooh, Glaive finding the first frag, then 5 versus 4 towards the B side, and they're still committing.
Still risking it all as they go in. Tao and Groovy, the last man left standing now as this push will come around the face from Zipnix. Gets one, gets two styles on him. Finesse for the finish there as that is now 10 rounds secured for Astralis, and they're looking like they just want to try and mean mug their way through this right now, Snods. They're feeling it. Obviously a lot of confidence off the back of this, resetting themselves and saying, you know what guys, come on. We've dropped a map, getting into train, let's just bring our A game.
10-1. Round number 12 then, a go. Looking rather indecisive. You saw in the last round, you had players going pop dog, you had players going Ivy. T-Main as well, when the other 3 players are going towards the B side. Didn't really look too coherent. It seems like a go are going for the individual jewels across the map. They're getting desperate here. They're lacking the teamwork, trying to see if they can win rounds off of pure firepower. Versus Astralis, they can go toe-to-toe with most teams or any team in the world in terms of skill on the day. Tactically, they're looking sharp.
dupreeh just waiting for the push to come towards him. Magisk, meanwhile, will already find a frag on towards Snatchy. Grubby as well. Tag down Glaive. Had to switch out to his sidearm there. Couldn't quite get it out in time to actually find that further frag. He can give this weapon over to Tower now, as it will be picked up and scavenged. But even then, you're isolated. You're not really in a position to help each other. Now you lose your teammate, and then you go down yourself. 11-1 is the scoreline. As this just keeps getting stacked more and more in the favor of Astralis. But the buy comes through for a go. Orp on Snatchy, the rest of them done in the AKs. But do they have an answer to the big plays that Astralis has been bringing out? What do they actually do here, Snods? What do they change?
It's a tough call. I mean, what do you change? Astralis getting aggressive now across the map. They're extremely confident when you look at the score line as well. 11-1. If you do go for the defaults across the map, do you expect Astralis to make that mistake and give away the first frag? Ivy could be a fairly good point of contention here for a go. Using the grenades and utility wisely, gaining control towards Ali. But aggression coming in, and even when they're holding the angles, even when they're not blind, the kill's still go in favor of the Danes. 5 versus 3 already.
Danish Demolition Squad and Astralis are just blowing them to bits round after round. Taul goes down. Device this time will come through to support his teammate as well. Snatchy eventually has his neck snapped. And that is a 12-1 scoreline. Getting into round 14 now as well, Snods. I mean, if a go don't get something going for him soon, going into the second half, God help him at that point.
Yeah, God help him. 11 round advantage now for Astralis. 12-1, guaranteed a 12-3 half. At this point, the second half pistol is do or die for a go. If they lose that, it's game over, especially with the fact that they've already won the first map. So in terms of, having that hunger to win the map, it would go down slightly. As now it gets awkward in terms of battling Envious for that last position within Pro League. But, once again, Demolition against a go. Glaive finding 2 frags there towards the alley position, forward towards A side. 3 versus 2. Glaive is fairly low. They split out 1 player there towards alley. They don't know where PHR is just yet.
PHR nails Magisk. More to be done though. Him and Furlan going to work as a unit. The peak comes round though. Zipnix. Exhilarating stuff as he slid into action. And it all rides on Furlan. Gets contact on Zipnix. Lines up the shot. A double tap. And leaves him down on the ground. Now, he's got to recover that bomb. He's got a minute on the clock, so at least he has time to work with. And Glaive's nowhere near the site. Glaive's over at B. He's gone for the gamble as he's just held up, posted up like a gangster as he waits to see how this round's going to develop. Snots. 40 seconds left. Furlan will go and recover the bomb and then seal his fate, depending on which site he opts to go for.
Yeah, 1 versus 1 then. 30 seconds left, the Molotovs should give it away. Smoke goes in, plant will ensue. Problem is though, Glaive is so far away that Furlan can get to such a good after-plant position, you know, under heaven, towards heaven, play the old bomb position. Oh, actually, the bomb isn't planted there. Play towards alley, essentially. But Glaive towards connector. Oh, Barros put it out. Easy frag, easy headshot lined up there with a cross-set from Furlan. And 12-2 as we head into the last round of the first half of map number 4 today, Jack. 10-round advantage, though, for Astralis. Guaranteed a 12-3 half, so even then it's extremely one-sided to the Danish side. It will be the AWP once again for Device. 4 M4s as well, going to finish off the rest of the CT by a go. Only had 1 player surviving, so that's going to really show in terms of their inventory right now. Lack of utility and also the lack of firepower as well for PHR, deducted down to the Glil. But, you know, they've got 3 smokes to work with. They can go for an execution. Oh, that is if all 5 players survive.
Yeah, this could be a little bit awkward here as the push comes around, but let's see. Furlan already taking a heavy hit. Left on 49 HP to start this one off. It's not ideal. Glaive's been allowed to push out as well, take deep control of Ivy. Snatchy on the entry, finds a double kill though, in rapid succession. That is lovely. This actually makes the potential game a little bit more spicy. Could actually be the 3rd round secured for a go here, but the Molotov forces them to deviate from the aggressive burst down ramp. They have to waste a bit more time, and this rotate has come around towards the B site. Nice use of nades here as well. You blow Furlan to bits. The M4 can't quite find success though. Device and Glaive, but it's just Glaive. Once again, around where Glaive needs to try it and clutch it. Bomb will go down. Towel on 10 HP. PHR, 100 HP, but just with a Galil in his hands as here comes the face from Glaive. Spots out the first and Towel, but telegraphs his location. PHR peeks. PHR gets dented down. This is winnable. Tries to shoot the feet. Eventually finds the kill on Towel. And the reface. Glaive. He's done it. They offered themselves up to him as sacrifice. They're both going to go down. That's a 13-2 half. Astralis steamrolling over him right now.
Peaking 1 by 1. 13-2. Well, unless Astralis did the best Radix impression, this is going to be a 4th map going in favor of Astralis. Obviously, 1-1 will be the final round, or sorry, the final scoreline there in this best of 2. But the big upset's probably already happened, Jack. You know, this is more of what we're expecting. You know, heavy one-sided affairs in favor of Astralis. We weren't expecting her to put up too much of a resistance when we look at recent form, how they're doing so far in Pro League. They had their crazy run of upsets online to even, you know, make a shock within the European scene, you know, a few weeks ago, you know, a few months ago, essentially. But it seems like it seems like it's sort of tapered off recently. You know, they signed those 2-year contracts, and is there a sense of, you know, contentness there and comfortability?
Must have been looking good, obviously, in the IMCD qualifiers. They were able to secure their spot over VP there, so that went well. Coming into today's Pro League games, though, very slow on Overpass, but it seems to just be Overpass as a map that they have a very slow start on, especially against these potential underdog teams where they can't quite adapt quickly enough to be able to deal with its nuts. Yeah,
it was strange. It was very strange, actually. Obviously, 16-10. Maybe Astralis, obviously, how well they've been doing. Them to a false sense of security, expecting a go to be an easy, you know, whitewash. But we are waiting for the players to ready up. We're not talking nonsense for no reason for the lads at home. Or ladies, obviously.
Of course.
Of course. Match is live.
And we're ready for it. Second half, back in. As we strap ourselves into the Matrix. 13-2 is the scoreline. And this pistol round, we cannot stress the importance enough.
Well, even then, you know, a go win this one. You know, if the bomb's planted, they can ask for a 13-4 before Astralis can buy up into AKs. So even then, it is still going to be incredibly favoured to Astralis. But let's see what can happen here. 5 versus 5, minute 30 left on the clock. Players in towards Team Main and Popdog, and eventually Device as well line up the flashbangs. Give me the burst towards the A site, and 3 players here from a go.
And they're getting ready to go through and see if they can actually defend this as the push comes round. Astralis charging their way out. They bypass Snatchy. PHR and Furlan as well find a frag apiece. Dupree somehow stays alive, finds that kill. Styles on them for 2 frags, but that is it. They go pick up the pistol round that was necessary to keep themselves alive and in the action.
(13-3). A go, keeping this one going. Obviously, still going to be favouring Astralis, having the 10-round advantage even after losing the second half pistol. Fun investment here from Astralis. All 5 players going for the force buy. Obviously, it's not like a bit like a broken record, but what this means is Device may lack the AWP or will lack the AWP if Astralis loses round into the first buy round. You need $3,000 after that second round to be able to afford the AWP with the 2,400 round loss bonus. Pre, finding the first frag with the Deagle. Eventually going to be traded out there by Grubby's M4. Now 4 versus 4. Zipnik's holding for the face towards below. Ooh, actually, Towel. No. We'll fall back eventually. Not going to overcommit here just yet.
Zipnix gets the kill on Towel. It's a 4v3 into this round, and this actually could be quite awkward now for a go. They rotate 1 player off over a B, so Grubby going to defend B on his lonesome now. PHR and Furlan. Depends how they actually decide to play this from the positions they're in. It could still work out well from Furlan. Has to be absolutely on the ball, though. Needs to hit him with a business. When they do push down, Ivy peeks out, gets the first. The spray comes through, he couldn't finish off the second. Magisk tackles him with the Deagle. They now push in. It's PHR and Grubby to make this one work, see if they can save the round and salvage it from the position it's been left in. Face with the Famous. PHR gets it. Nets the frags, but he can't quite get himself the second. Lockdown very low, but Grubby, he rotates over to support, but the M4 comes through. Grubby's down. PHR peeks into the spam of Magisk. That is a hat-trick for Magisk and a 14th round for Astralis. And to be honest with you, Studs, that I might just set the stone of the way this game is going to go. For Astralis, 14 rounds on the board. It's going to be a bit of an awkward force by now from a go. This should be the 15th round, done and dusted.
Oh, most definitely. Maybe the map as well. I mean, 14-3. 2 rounds away from closing this one out 1-2-1. Give me the 5 rifle buy. I say buy. You know, 2 M4s there in the arsenal from Astralis, obviously picking up with the corpses from the last round they just won. HE grenades connect as well towards top side and the default side onto both Snatche and PHR, and especially PHR lacking the Kevlar because of the scout. Grubby though, the first frag found by that CZ. Ooh, Dupree. Flashbang will eventually expire, finds that frag, and eventually as well, Grubby going to be traded out by Magic, so 4 versus 2, no! These rounds are close here, Jacker. 2 versus 2 at the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, this is true. It's actually all to play for at this point, keeping it quite competitive. So 2v2, Towel peeks up. A bit of simplicity behind that one as he finds a nice frag, but Magisk will trade back onto him with the AK, takes down Towel. And now it's all up to a Magisk clutch, a 1v1 against Furlan. 50 seconds on the clock, but he telegraphs his location. He lobs down the smoke. Furlan should be alert and aware, but Furlan actually focusing on ramp. He allows Magisk to creep out, adjust his crosshair now. Oh, stealthily goes up the ladder, spots it, finds Magisk, and finds the frag, and that's another reset of flip-flopper rounds. The easy BM as well.
He loves it. Wow. This game continues. The force by victory, obviously, it was a 4 versus 3. I was about to say a 4 versus 2 when Glaive sent the spray down towards Pop Dog. But then Furlan, Grubby, all finding frags for these pistols, turning into the 2 versus 2 in the blink of an eye. 14-4 though, so a go of a mountain to climb if they want to bring this one back to a reasonable scoreline. Still very, obviously, happy with the first matchup result, winning the first map. 16-10 in quite convincing fashion. Well, very convincing fashion on Overpass, especially on their T side as well. Oh, Zipnix found the first frag again onto Towel towards the B side. Lurks in as well, close towards the red train. Oh, he hears that Grubby. Oh, loses out the duel. 4 versus 4 still.
Yeah, not ideal there. Now for Astralis, where do they go from this position? The peak comes round. Glaive. It's a nice dink on PHR. Forces him to have to back off. Dupree as well with a Deagle. Batters Furlan there as he finds that kill, Snods. Leaves it in a 3v3. Sure, they're all low, but they've actually been able to keep this round fairly close in terms of the damage that's done. Magisk peeks out with a Deagle, but misses a critical shot. If he landed it, maybe it would have been a different story. And it's all up to Glaive. 45 seconds on the clock. The bomb is down. It's still recoverable. Spots out Snatchy there as he was trying to get up the ladder.
Well, 35 seconds here for Glaive. Bomb, I believe, in towards team main. Grubby there up close. And there you go. Going to go for the wide face, obviously. PHR was low, so maybe a chance there if he had found the kill onto Grubby. Well, heard the steps for ages. Went for the wide peak, knowing exactly where Glaive was. And now, the Eco for Astralis. 14-5. Round number 20. Still the massive lead there for Astralis. 9 rounds up, so I won't be getting too worried as of yet. Gosh, Jack, do you know what I just remembered?
What?
It was a 4.6 to 1.1 in favor of Astralis, if you remember. Imagine the amount of money that may have just been won in that last map.
Yeah, I know. It is ridiculous.
Nearly 5-1.
Those odds were then changed with it being, I believe, a 9.0 for a go. So a swift change as we got into the second map. They're now push coming out towards the B site as they flood their way. Taru needed to tear his way from with the MP9, but only gets one. Damage done from the N4 though. Dinks down a couple of players. Bomb has now been planted. The bomb train ignited with the Molotovs that are lobbed out from a go. It's a Scout and 2 M4s versus a CZ and an MP9 on Magisk and Glaive respectively as this push comes in. Magisk peeks out, tries to take the distance with the MP9 but couldn't find the frag. PHR, 2 nice kills, assassinating them both with the USP there as that's going to be the defuse as well. 6-14. But Astralis, you've got your bomb plant, you've got your economy back. This is where it gets real.
Wow, 14-6. As you said, the bomb planted, so extra cash to work with. Should be the 5 AK buy. Obviously, Zipnik's right now is $5,000, so we can give the glass cannon up, but I highly doubt that one. But yeah. 5 AK buy investment, full utility across the board now for Astralis. No orb coming out just yet. PHR going to be onto the Scout instead. So, what is the call going to be for Astralis? The smoke comes out towards Sandwich early on, also towards Electric as well. Zipnik's lurking towards the B side. He's been very successful, actually, winning the 1 versus Taul. Holding for an aggression through ramp as well, but they are lining up through Pop Dog. So I imagine as well, Magic's Boy lining up this smoke as well. You know, flash over, burst towards the A bomb site potentially, but no. Smoke's connector, flashes over the A site. The real player is going to be towards B.
Pop flash goes in, they're going to try and push through now as they slip their way around. Taul gets the first frag, brought to be done as well, and he will be able to back it up. Switches out to the Kalashnikov as he tries to get a critical shot off, but Zipnik's, he's going toe-to-toe. He's keeping him busy at B, but his teammates are all dying around him. He as well will follow suit. It comes down to Magisk. 1v5 to win the round, and instead, he's annihilated in very, very quick succession there. Furlan peeks up, takes the ferocious frag, and that's it. Astralis once again are broken. It's going to be another round probably going the way of a ghost. This is looking like an 8-14 before the next buy for Astralis.
Yeah, 14-7. Strange, you know, entry towards that B side there early on from Astralis. You know, you make the great call, you force Grubby away from the B side towards A. They had 4 players at the A site. Taul left alone on his lonesome and that B bomb site, but first player goes in towards Grey Train, towards the default site. The second player pushes the Grey Train, the left lane essentially, which meant he couldn't trade the kill on Taul. Turns into 2 1 versus 1s, give times for the CT anchor towards B to find both the frags, and a 5 versus 3 goes in favor of a go. 14-7 as this game does continue forward. 3 CZs now as Zipnik's was taken care of early into the round. Plus the PT50 as well for Device, so we're most likely to be seeing the op there from him. Maybe going to try to find the peaks towards this A side to the next buy round.
Getting ready to push their way out. As the flashbangs go over, Glaive goes through first, but begins to reposition. Snatchy, though. An absolute hailstorm of frags there picked up as he finds himself a hat-trick, and that is another round going the way of a go. Really just being able to get their momentum and find their footing. They're looking stable and strong on their CT side, but can Astralis wake up a bit now? Have a quick rotate background to the form they have on their CT side and be able to lock it down, as obviously they only need 1 round for match point, 2 rounds to take the victory here on Train Snods as Device is done in the AWP.
He is indeed. Device towards the B-bomb side, expecting Taoul to go for the face towards ramp. Ooh, a great HG there as well, connecting. Leaving Taoul onto lower HP. 62 points of health. Zipnix up close. Device going back towards team main. Trying his best to find the opening pick here on their T side. You can see Astralis going for the slow style of CS. They're giving Device time to work the map.
Peeks out, but that's risky. Tags him down to 11 HP now as he's forced to reposition. It's not gone well.
Hasn't. 55 seconds left. Taoul has somehow killed himself.
Well, a bit of assisted suicide there from Zipnix.
How is that possible? Because he was on 63 points of health, so... How is that actually possible? Did he HE grenade himself and fall off?
All at the same time?
All at the same time. How is that possible?
Not sure.
Well, Ago is still winning it.
Yeah, actually still working out well for him as they kill Zipnix, or PHR as well. As he just rips his way through two men, back to back, and now it's just on Glaive and Device, but Furlan is in position. But unfortunately, he's the only one in position to counter this, as this rapid rotate needs to be fast here for Ago. Glaive going to spot out the head of Furlan. Gets the read from it, but misses the tap, forces the play from him. He's low, he's only on 20 HP. If they can deny the bomb plant, they could win themselves a round right here. Snatchy and Grubby, they both get the kills, and he's going to be a 9-14 now.
5 rounds behind for Ago. Initially it was 11, then it was 7, and now it's only 5. It may even actually be 4 here, Jack. Look at the buy coming out from Astralis. Bomb not going down, it was denied. So, they don't have the extra cash to actually invest into this one. It's going to be 3,000, let's say $2,000 across the board there for Astralis. Obviously, Device just under 3,000, so we can afford the AWP into the next buy round. Oh, the first frag's going in favor of Ago. PHR towards Popdog finds 2. Furlan towards Ali finds 1. 5 versus 3 in the first, what, 25 seconds of the round, basically? Astralis are grouping up outside the B site. Very passive plays here from the CT side of players. So they take the long-range duels, but they concede the site.
Yeah, they have to try and give site control over towards that T sub. Let's see how they actually opt to play it here as they push up close and personal. Drove through. Lunatic play there from Dupree. Let's try and just get in their faces and really do some damage, but it doesn't work out too well for him. He is punished. But all the T's going for this as they really push quite deep in. Snod's actually going to be countering this. Look at the angle and position here for Magisk. Furlan somehow finds that frag. Grubby for the second. Zipnix from a distance. Not a single kill. Go in the way of Astralis. Yeah, not at all. All 5 players surviving now for Ago, which is good for their economy. Obviously, it's already at $10,000. If this was, you know, at the 12-12 mark or, you know, 11 to 13 mark, you could be using this to say, you know, Ago, they can still survive losing 2 rounds and bring it back. But at this point, if they lose 2 rounds here, Jack, not only are they not going to be able to buy, they're not going to be able to do anything as the round and the game's over. So, tactical timeout from Astralis. We said, did Ago take a timeout too late when they were 10-1 down? And now they're 10-14. Well, better late than never.
That's true.
Still, 10-14. I mean, Ago have actually just been looking really, really good on the CT side, right? The plays they've been going for have been smart. It's been correct calls here and there. Astralis seem a little bit flustered in terms of the plays they've been running.
It is true. It is true. I mean, the default, they've been losing the duels. They've been being picked apart one by one, essentially, by PHR. Taoul as well towards the B site on the execution from Astralis. Furlan towards Ali's been strong. But it will be the AWP from Device. 4 AKs will finish off the rest of the buy here for Astralis. So once again, you know, default buys for Astralis. I nearly said for both teams there, but actually PHR or Snatchy not going to be wielding the AWP into this one. Just going to be the 5 rifle setup here from both teams. Oh. Device has his AWP. Located towards Ali. He's hoping that Furlan goes for the same similar aggression he did in the last round. Instead, though, the patience may wear thin. As Ago play much more of a passive setup here. They know that Astralis have to find the first frag if they want to try and, you know, convert that into their next round victory and get onto match point.
Slow and steady wins the race, though, as they bide their time. 55 seconds left on the clock, and no kills just yet from Astralis, as here comes their eventual play. What appears to be the burst through Ivy. Testing the waters outside of B as well. The Zipnix and Go try and get a read there. Him and Glaive going to work out what's going on, but the first frag does go the way of a Go. Magisk down early. 33 seconds now. The bomb's still miles away as well, so depending on the call, it's going to be a bit awkward for them. But Dupree, his task now, grab the bomb, then go back towards A, but the backstab from Device works out well. He didn't expect the two players there because the early face, Device, just ripping him to pieces. Glaive as well. Cuts the head clean off of Grubby. It's just Tower that is the last line of defense here to deny the 15th round being secured by Astralis, and Glaive, he's crisp.
Oh, he's feeling it. Astralis get to their match point. Device with two incredible flicks with the AWP, plus Graves' quick drive-by as well towards Connector from the default side. Match point now, 5 of them to work with Jack. Obviously, for a Go, if they win this round, potentially they can try and reset the money for Astralis, and that could be their, key to come back into this one eventually. But it is unlikely. 5 match points for Astralis, and obviously the joke about them choking away such advantages, isn't going to happen here in a Pro League match online. It's not going to be in this sort of affair when they're 15-10 up. This is a team that has such experience to close out these matches, no problem at all.
Yeah, this is where they should just close it out really and be able to lock things down and really just wrap this one up and put an end to it, as you don't imagine it could be dragged out for too much longer. Already early damage done. BHR tagged out to 25 HP. They're also starting to run out of utility to use on the side of a Go, but here comes that push in towards the site. Dupree annihilates Tower. Still so much more necessary for the win to be picked up, but it's Go in their fashion. Snatchy with the AWP obliterates Magis. The bomb will go down here from Zipnix. A minute on the clock. Ooh, as he gets it planted, but it all falls to a 2 versus 3 to decide if this will be a 1-1 in the series or if a Go keep themselves alive, as Snatchy gets the kill. PHR as well punishes Device, and it goes on for another round, Snance.
15-11, and the easy spray coming back here. Smiley face as well onto the bomb. 15-11, the reset's going to be here, Jack. The bomb was planted there for Astralis, so they most likely can buy into this one. Yes, they can. 6,000 there for Dupree. 5.8k, 6.8k as well for Zipnix. They can jump over the AWP if they want to be as efficient as possible, but Device with the AWP and utility as well to back it up. 15-10, Astralis still have 4 match points to work with, but if they lose this buy round here, they're going to be forced onto an eco, so a Go, if they win this round, it goes 15-12, then if Astralis eco, 15-13, then, it's basically one buy round that separates Astralis and overtime.
Ooh, Magisk, though, feeling himself there with the first frag, but unfortunately not too much more to come off the back of it, as it does slow down. You've got that double up set up on Tower and Snatchy as well, so let's see how effective that is going to be with a backstab from Glaive. This could be absolutely glorious as he lies it up. Tries to get the shot off, but instead it's Device that does the damage. Ooh, if he would have got that second shot, Snods, that would have been absolutely critical, but instead, it's a 3v2. It's all on the AWPs to be the saving grace of a Go, but it seems like they're going to be going away with just one map victory in this, as it should be a Astralis split in the series.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, gets behind them, finds the double kill. All it comes down to now is a 1v1 with the AWPs. Tao blows them to bits. That's the defuse, 12-15 as he keeps them in the action.
My God, Jack, I sat back down thinking it was all over. Well, the timing there was impeccable. Slips in from behind, Glaive lets him walk past him towards Old Bomb, lines up the first frag, the second, and the player that planted. Losing out the 1 versus 1 versus the AWP, 15-12. The reset now for Astralis. The bomb was planted, so they have some extra cash to work with, but the pause coming through as well. This might be the save.
Yeah, and this is now teetering on potential overtime territory. This is getting us into the position, Snods, where this game could be going the whole hog and then some if Astralis can't get it together, can't close this one out soon. And a Go keep having rounds like this, then I'll see you in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, imagine a scenario where it's a 2-0 for a Go in this best of 2. Obviously, Envious would hate that. Let's take a look at the standings, actually. Obviously, Astralis win this one, they go 30 points. But then again, obviously, Space Soldiers would still be ahead with 31. Na'Vi as well would still be ahead with 32. A Go, if they win this one 2-0, they get to 12 points, so they're going to be ahead of LDFC, actually. But still behind Fnatic. Envious, as you said, they won one of the maps earlier versus FaZe, so they're on 7 points. So, Envious would much prefer a Go to lose this one in regulation. If it goes to OT, it's going to be close.
Yeah, never much love when it goes OT. So let's see if they can pray to make it back in one piece. As all of a sudden, Furlan with 2 frags coming out from the M4. Magisk and Zipnip's the only boys that remain in the server as the damage is being done. This could be a rapid round from a Go, but Magisk left in a 1v5. He's currently on the stacked Wonderland of the A site. No chance as he will go down. Falls to Furlan. 13-15. And it's do or die now for Astralis. This is either going to be overtime or them picking up a victory here as the cash is going to be strapped into the following round and things could be awkward.
They really could. 15-13, then 2 chances left for Astralis. They had the 15-11 scoreline, or the 15-10 scoreline essentially. We were here singing their praises saying, okay, this is where they end it. Go, you've already had the upset, you won over past 16-10. Glaive taken out the equation already. He had the AWP. Actually, no, an AK in his hands. Apologies. Thought for a second they may have gone for the double AWP setup, but actually the AWP from Device finds the first onto PHR. Snatch Chase spots him going towards the red train. Device is still able to run amok towards outside, but eventually going to be silenced there by Grubby. 4 versus 3 now. Snatch 8 still behind the red train. Spots out Dupree, but actually Grubby and Furlan going to be dispatching of both Sipnix and Dupree. And Magic's boy as well goes down to Grubby. So 15-14, Jack. They were down 13-2. 13-2.
Yeah, they've clawed it back. I mean, they've been fighting tooth and nail. They put blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it's paid off. It's really, really paid off. And now we're back into this position where actually it could be overtime. As Astralis, all they have is a collection of weaker pistols there, just the CZs and a Deagle coming through. Tons of utility, though, as they realize this is their last chance saloon. It's now or never. Force it out to overtime, and a Go can try and win it there or close it down. Pick up the win for Astralis off the back of this force.
Well. Round number 30. And all that Astralis have to work with is a Deagle onto Device and 4 CZs as well. AWP for Snatchy. 4 M4. Actually, no. AWP as well coming from Tao. We didn't even see that one, so Tao here playing on the golden train. Actually, no, oil train, apologies. But we'll fall back to the gold one. Now in behind the grey one. Lots of trains out here on that B-bomb side, of course. 2 players situated towards the B site from a Go. Slow round coming up for Astralis. We see 1 player that's going to be Device there lining up the smoke. Probably towards Connector, I'd imagine. Then the flashbang as well could be used to allow the Astralis member to burst out through Pop Dog, out through Team A. Astralis is going to be throwing out the Molotovs now to gain control of Pop Dog. Once they have that, smoke's coming in as well towards the back of green. It is going to be the Pop Dog and Team Main burst. Let's see if it actually works out though.
Smokes go down to restrict vision here for the CT side as they charge their way in, thundering up close and personal. Trying to get in a position where they can actually use those CZs in close proximity to the opponents. The bomb goes down though. Magisk has been able to pick up the first frag, but Magisk's now down. Fragged himself as Snatchy comes in for the retake here. Clearing it out, sniffing around, seeing if he can catch a whiff for the players as the frags are coming through. Second after second, more damage is being done, but Device digs down on Snatchy. Nice use of the Molotov here towards E-Box. Forces Device to reposition, so Device will die. But time is of the essence. They need to jump on that bomb soon. The extension there from Zipnix doesn't work out well. They jump on the bomb. Oh, barely got it in the nick of time there. As that's it. It's going to be going to overtime. 15-15. It's all tied up at 30 rounds. This one just doesn't want to end.
I'm not sure if it's been reset. Oh, can we see the scoreboard, please? I wonder if it still shows the rounds. No, it doesn't. That's unfortunate. Should have done it just before the game actually ended, but what was it? 14-4? Then 15-10?
Yeah, I believe somewhere in that region, so.
And it's on train as well. It's T-side. Yeah, I mean, crazy, really. Start of it, you know, we saw a lot of aggressive players from Astralis. You know, it made sense. Obviously, they had all the confidence from having such a one-sided first half. 13-2 going in their favor on their CT side of train. What a quiet performance from many of the players. I mean, we had some brilliant rounds from Glaive, Device, but quiet rounds and quiet half as well from players like Magic Spoil. dupreeh were expecting those guys to be lights out.
Not gone too well for Astralis there in the second half. The latter portions of the game were definitely favoured to a go. And Snods, we're going into OT now. This is in the region as well, but you've got to think about things like this, right? A go. CT side start in OT. If they continue on with such dominant fashion as they've already displayed, if they actually go through, get all 3 rounds on their CT side, all it would take is one upset round on a T side against Astralis. And that would be them 2-0 in the series, taking both individual maps as a win.
Crazy, isn't it?
And also the fact that, the betway odds for this one was something even more lucrative. So this would just be crazy if they're able to find this. What a paradigm shift.
Well, we are waiting for the players to ready up here before overtime can begin. But, MR3, 16k here for both teams, so we can see the double up set up from a go each and every round if they wanted to bring that one out. They are going to have, the funds in the economy to be able to, provide that. For Astralis, though, what do they change? I mean, obviously, the default was fairly lackluster, very aggressive CT side from a go. Were they playing as if the game was already over? And now that it's within touching distance, are they actually going to maybe play more passive? Are they going to play more scared? As before, they had nothing to lose. It will be the fast play with the up towards ramp with from Device. So we're not going for the peek. You're not going to give away the first kill. Ooh, grenade there from PHR will connect onto Glaive. So early exchange is going in favor of a go.
Astralis. How are they going to play this one? As they get ready outside of B. Seems like it is just going to be a B Bonanza to kick it off as they push their way down. Oh, dupreeh as well. Landing a beautiful shot there as he takes down Grubby. Tao also hits the next. Zipnik's now doubling it up with 2 frags. Wanted the third, but he couldn't quite claim the hat-trick. His jaws weren't able to bite down quick enough on Furlan. That's PHR and Furlan. The retake squad, but not even going to be given a chance to actually get onto the bomb site. dupreeh with the first, and dupreeh, you'd imagine, with the second. If he can connect this right hook on Furlan, will do it. 1 round was all they needed, but now they eventually get it in overtime, Snods, but still so much more to be done.
16-15. Yeah, I mean, where was that round? 10 rounds ago. T-fold into the B execution worked out well for them, obviously. They found their T round, and this is crucial because a go had the 13-2 half as well, remember, on their CT side. It's the same, statement can be made about the fact that if a go found CT rounds, it'd be great. Also for Astralis, if they can do well here, get 1 or 2 T rounds, with how strong their CT half defense was when they had it on lockdown, this is shaping up to be maybe a 16, 19 in favor of Astralis taking this in overtime.
Especially if it carries on in the manner it started with Astralis starting to play with confidence and aggression once again, but this time around actually looking more repetitive of the rounds we've priorly seen from a go there as PHR comes into effect, takes down Device. Now it's just a 4 versus 2, Glaive and Zipnik's, but Zipnik's strikes against PHR. A little bit more exhilarating as he actually nets that frag. Glaive needs to come through with something absolutely glorious though. Elevated peak here for Furlan as he can peer above the top of the smoke, just scraping above it as he tries to spot out any heads, but instead Zipnik's and Glaive, they're playing so close to the mark. Trying to use the element of surprise as their chance to win it, but Furlan, the drive-by frag on the entry. This is where Glaive needs to go absolutely sick and mow him down. They've been able to get on towards the bomb site. Snods as they tag him as well. They're going to jump on it, try and go for the defuse. He might tag up Snatchy, but he can't quite finish him off. He's landed these shots, but he can't get him, but eventually Glaive, he does it! Glorious as he finds both of those frags. That's another round 1 now for Astralis.
Both of the shots through the smoke, the 1 versus 3. Glaive lurking through the oil train. Comes in from behind. The smoke is perfect to deny any vision, any chance for the shot to be landed while the defuse is going on for a go. And to the smoke, Glaive lands up both of them. 17-15, now 2-run advantage on their T side for Astralis, so they've seemed to have woken up now that they are in overtime. Exchange is going out early. Molotovs, HE grenades and splash damage across the board. Ooh, actually Furlan, they're jumping up on top of Green Tray, going to be taken advantage of. Glaive, dupreeh, and Glaive as well again. Both chiming in for 2 frags themselves. 17, Make it 18 now for Astralis. Once again, match points here for Astralis. But now they're on the CT side, the side where they found the majority, well, I said the majority, the body of all their rounds on CT.
Yeah, this is where they were absolutely phenomenal. Back-to-back round wins, just looking great. And at this point, it seems like it will just be an overtime smackdown from Astralis, just close it out pretty quickly. They need 1 round. Meanwhile, for a go, they need 3 to push this into a double overtime. That is the only scenario where they can win now. They have to try to drag it out into a second OT slots.
Yeah, once again, they can no longer win this one. Before it was in regulation when they're 15-10 down. Now it's going to be, they can no longer win this one in first overtime. They have to force and draw out a second OT on their T side and win all 3 back-to-back. No room for errors. But 18-15, 3 match points again for Astralis. So how many match points they had so far? They had 5 earlier on, and now they have another 3. So if this goes to second overtime, that would have been Astralis throwing 8 match points. And simply put, that isn't good enough. Let's see. Molotov's early out. Ooh, already, actually, it slipped in towards Sandwich, and Astralis have no idea.
There we go. As this push starts to come through, Furlan finds the kill on Dupree. Already, this is a good start now for a go. But between them, they've taken a bit of a sprinkling of damage. You can see Taul now finished off entirely. Furlan as well, down to just 8 HP. As he has to try and stay alive into this one, but Device comes through with a kill off the back of the peak from the ult there. This is looking like it could be a shutdown from Astralis. As the go can't quite get there. Motor started, they're not being able to find the frags that are so direly needed to actually keep them into the action here. As how will it continue? Oh, Device just a little tap from the USP. Grubby tagged up as well. Device straight in. Glaive for the final kill. Flawless overtime there for Astralis. Every round picked up by them. 4 quick rounds, and that is it. They split the series 1-1 apiece, as they will find a win on train in overtime. But actually, the factor is an overtime win is not going to do too well for your points.
That's true. 2 points instead of 3 there for the overtime win. And yeah, I mean, 14-4 up, 10-5. Sorry, I say not 10-5, but 15-10 advantage there. They had 5 match points. Then they win all 3 T rounds after only winning, what, 2 in the first regulation out of 15. They win 2 out of 15 and then 3 out of 3 when it goes to OT. So when push came to shove, Astralis definitely delivered.
It's true. And I mean, what can you really say about that there? It's the fact that they woke up a little bit more. It seemed like they played with confidence when we got into overtime, right? It was a complete shift back into more just going for that burst style of CS. That B take towards, towards B where they just burst down up at the first round of overtime. We saw nothing like that throughout the entire regulation.
Well, we saw it once, didn't we? And there was kind of awkward round where Taul was playing, behind default. So obviously, if you come and run straight from ramp towards default, you're going to be picked across in the cross from ramp to default. But Taul found the first frag, and then no one tried to trade him. They ran towards Grey Train instead. They ran towards lane at the left side, which meant that Taul just had 2 1 versus 1s where players are running into his crosshair where he has the advantage as he's holding the angle. There you have it, overtime victory there for Astralis, so deducted points there. So actually a go come through in this best of 2 with the majority of points, 3 versus 2.
Yeah, so not really ideal there for Astralis, but at least you do get a win out on the second map. 2 points is still better than none, so at least there's something, a bit of a consolation prize, but really a go impressive.
That is true. 16-10 in the first map on overpass, and a go having, decent... What am I on about? They won that one. Yeah, my head just went completely blank there. I felt like Astralis won that one. Gosh, that was a long last map, so what can I say? I'm losing my mind here slowly. Yeah, 16-10, a go, definitely impressing. We didn't expect them to actually pick up a map here. We thought that Astralis were going to go to a 17-0 map online streak, but instead, a go, end that one. And now Astralis have started a new one, but instead it's only on 1.
Yeah, an overtime win for that as well, as it really went the whole hog and then some at this point.
That was the round, that last one there, 14-7. Yeah, that's the one that confused me a little bit, but I mean, look at this. They have such an advantage the whole time, The 1 versus 3 from Taul, for example, when they were, down 15-11, I believe it was. I imagine it's going to be here on the highlights very shortly. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So as we leave you guys with these highlights from that matchup, we are going to be heading into a break. We'll be back with the CS action after this one with our final series of the night, as it should be a bit of a slobber knocker to close us out.
defend the area.